We are going to learn transmission media now. All right. In computer network, there are different types of transmission media. There are different materials for transporting the data or transporting the files. Okay, those are known as transmission media. Connecting devices or media or connecting cables are known as transmission media. So we can call it as cable also. But not only cable, let us learn what are the transmission media. The transmission media can be divided into two types. The first one is guided medium, which is physical connection between the devices. And another one is unguided media. There is no physical connection. It is through space or air. Okay, we are going to study the different transmission media in details. First of all, guided media. The first one is twisted pair. Two identical wire wrapped together in a double helix form. This is known as twisted pair internet cable. I hope you have seen these types of cable in local area network. These two are twisted together and it is known as twisted pair. And many twisted pair cables are packed into one single cable, which is known as uh, um, internet cable or LAN cable. Okay, if you cut your internet cable or LAN cable, you will see a cable like this, which is known as twisted pair cable. So there are two types of twisted pair cable. The first one is shielded twisted cable, twisted pair cable STP, and there will be unshielded twisted pair cable. Shielded means there is the sealer or the cover. Okay, there is the cover, insulating cover. Because of that, it is known as shielded. But there is no insulating cover, and that is known as unshielded twisted pair cable. So these are the most common twisted pair cable used nowadays, and they are divided into different categories. Okay, different categories. The category are known as CAT, Cat 1, Cat 2, Cat 3. I think CAT category 6 is the latest one and it is the best one. If you are going to purchase this internet cable for your home use, please go for category 6, okay, because they are the best now. And guided, let's go, the advantages are this: they are simple, easy to install, and they are very flexible. They are not heavy, and the cost is also less, and it can be easily connected. And but the disadvantages is this is not suitable for long distance. This type of cable is not suitable for long distance. For example, you have internet connection. If you want to share with me, you cannot use this type of cable because it will take a long distance, and it is not suitable for broadband application too. The speed of that or the capacity of that cable is not so high. That's why it is not good for long distance, and also not good for high speed internet. All right, let's quickly talk about crosstalk. When we say crosstalk, if there is a leakage of signal in the cable, it is known as crosstalk. Okay, corrupted signal because of the cable, which can cause network error. This is known as crosstalk. And let's go to the next types of guided media, which is known as coaxial cable. When you say coaxial cable, it is the cable mostly used in TV cable. If you see a TV cable, you will see one copper wire inside, and there will be insulation, and there will be copper mesh, and there will be outer insulation, and this is known as coaxial cable. In coaxial cable, the innermost is copper wire, and there will be many two insulations, okay, and which separate. That means signals went through the copper wire in the middle as well as in the copper mesh. Okay, this is known as coaxial cable, and it is mostly used in TV connection. If you cut a TV cable, you will see these types of cable, which is known as coaxial cable. And what is the advantages and disadvantages? Advantages is this can support up to 185 meters. Okay, it can cover a little bit of longer distance. They are divided into thin net, it cover up to this, and thick net, it cover up to 500 meters. Okay, it is better than twisted pair and can support higher bandwidth, and but it is the cable is expensive and it is not compatible with twisted pair. Even though it says expensive, in mostly in our locality we never purchase this cable. The telephone, the TV operator usually provided free of cost. And the next cable is optical fiber cable. This one is the most um, common for long distance. Okay, and nowadays we are using in our home also. Currently, I'm also using optical fiber internet, and there is a core. The core is glass. Okay, the core is a glass through which light signal can travel, and there will be cladding, and there will be coding, which is the insulating materials, and there will be a member which which supports strands for the cable, and there will be outer jacket. Okay, this is the best cable for internet connection nowadays, and it consists of thin stains of glass or glass-like material which carry light signal, because signal travel through light, and therefore it is very fast. And this cable consists of three pieces: the core matter and the cladding and the protective coating. Okay, and the different types of this optical fiber cable can support up to 2 kilometers, and the speed can be up to 100 mbps. But nowadays the advanced forms of optical cable can even support 300 mbps. Okay, the multi-mode can support up to 2 gbps and 100 kilometers also. All right, so optical fiber cables are used between country to country, between continent to continent also. Okay, so these cables are very good and very expensive also. They are lighter and very fast, and no electrical or magnetic interference. But you have to be very careful that optical fiber should not be bent. If it is bent, the glass-like material or the glass material inside will be broken, and signal cannot goes through. Therefore, we have to handle it carefully. And it is very expensive, and the most expensive of all, it is very hard to install and modify. If there is a cut in between connecting the two cable is very a problem, common problem. Okay, now let's quickly go through the unguided media. The different unguided medias are, the first one is microwave. I hope you have seen these types of mobile tower or something like that. This is microwave receiver through which we can talk to each other. Signal can travel. Okay, parabolic antennas are mounted on tower to send beams of antenna to kilometers away. Microwaves have the ability to communicate over oceans and also use communications over difficult terrains. But it is unsecure, and signal strength is susceptible to weather such as rain and thunderstorms, etc. And the next one is radio wave. The transmitter or the radio station transmitted continuous sine wave, which are received by the receiver using the frequency number. And it offers mobility cheaper than guided media, and it offers communication over difficult terrain, but the distance is little bit less. Okay, and as most of the unguided media are usually susceptible and can be affected by rains, thunderstorm, cloud, etc. Okay, and the last one in unguided media communication is satellite. I think I don't need to explain about satellites. Um, these have satellite stations. These function as antenna and communication equipment transmitted and received from satellite overhead. Most satellites have multiple independent receptions and transmission device known as transponder. So in satellite communication, transponders are used. Okay, I think our local cable operators are also using these types of satellite communication for transmitting to long distance or long kilometers. And the advantages of satellite is it covers the whole world, and the disadvantages is that the technology is very advanced and it cannot be owned by a single person, and they have to apply through the government agency because the satellites are usually launched by the government of India. I said that satellite is the last one, but still we have one more um, wireless communication technology, which is infrared. Have you ever heard about infrared? It is very common in our house. Most of you will be using this infrared in your home itself. For example, your TV remote is using infrared technology. Nowadays, TV remotes are equipped with Bluetooth technology, but previous televisions are using these infrared technologies. Okay, so these infrared technologies are for a single room or for a short distance. It cannot penetrate the wall, and this is your infrared. If you look using your naked eye, you cannot see the infrared signal, but if you look through your mobile camera or something like that, I hope you will see the infrared signals when you press the remote. Okay, and laser. Okay, laser. All right, it's 11 o'clock now. Let us stop our class for today. If you have any questions, you can ask me now.